Today. He's on vacation. Will be back with us next week. We are joined today by someone whose voice certainly is familiar to Mid-South wrestling fans all across the area. I know you've heard him on some of the promotions and some of the commercials, and maybe you've seen him before, talking about Michael St. John. Michael, your first time live with us here on Championship Wrestling. We're glad to have you here today.
Thank you very much, Dave. It's great to be working with such a pro for such a long time.
Thank you very much. What do we got? Let's take a look at this fantastic card coming up.
Got a great card of action. Opening action, the International Tag Champions Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka in tag team action. A little bit later on in the program, Jeff Jarrett will be in single action against Tony Burton. And, of course, Tony will be accompanied by Tojo Yamamoto. We'll also have action featuring tag team action with Superstar Bill Dundee and the Soul Man Rocky Johnson. And we'll also see Stretcher Jack Hart in singles competition. And a big main event later on, we'll see Billy Travis and Mark Starr take on Bubba and Goliath. And that match could be an arena match anywhere in the country.
Any place. You're absolutely right. Sounds like we got a very full day of action. We're going to get to it in just a moment. You stay with us. We'll be right back. We'll be in the ring here in just a moment. Before we get to that, though, just a word about something that is, Michael, I think most unusual. I've never heard of anything like this before in wrestling circles, but it's something called the Parade of Stars, which is coming up in Memphis, Tennessee at the Mid-South Coliseum on Sunday, May 31st. This is one of those things that I think fans from around the area may want to travel to see, because it's kind of an opportunity to meet the wrestling stars in person for autographs, maybe pictures, and all that sort of thing. A lot of folks going to be there, too.
I think this is the first time ever in the country that this has ever been attempted, and some outstanding personalities besides the wrestlers are going to be on hand. Miss America Kelly Cash will be there.
Wow.
Dallas Cowboys running back Tony Dorsett, and former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Terry Bradshaw among some of the stars that will be here for that.
All right, very good. Well, we got more about that, including the folks you just mentioned. Let's take a look at this right here, and you'll get more information right now.
Sunday, May 31st, the big names fly into Memphis for the Parade of Stars in the Mid-South Coliseum. From noon till 6, come on down, bring your cameras, your family, your autograph books, and meet the stars. Hee-Haw's own Grandpa Jones, Pittsburgh Steelers superstar Terry Bradshaw, Andrew Stevens from the movie Seduction and next season's star of Dallas, Miss America Kelly Cash, country music star Bobby Bear, James DePaiva, Max Holden from One Life to Live, Hee-Haw's own Misty Rowe and Nurse Goodbody Ganella Hutton, Dallas Cowboys sensation Tony Dorsett, Jimmy Jamison, lead singer in Survivor, FM 100's morning team of Ron Olson and David Page, Rufus Thomas, George Klein, Jack Eaton, John Grisanti, the Memphis Storm soccer team, the Memphis Chicks including George Lapidus, the Chicklets, and the mascot. And there's more. Cartoon superheroes, the Transformers, Teddy Ruxpin, the Care Bears, Care Bear Cousins, Animal Crackers, Strawberry Shortcake, R2-D2 and Darth Vader, the Pound Puppies, Spider-Man, and the Incredible Hulk. Max Headroom will make special digital appearances all day long. The King of Wrestling, Jerry Lawler, Superstar Bill Dundee, Rocky Soulman Johnson, Jeff Jarrett, and a bad guy wrestler Dunk Tank. That's still not all. Race car driving legend Hooker Hood, MSU Pom-Pom Girls, Mike Paxton of the Boston Red Sox, Don Ketzinger of the Chicago Cubs, pitcher Charlie Lee of the Montreal Expos, Stanley Morgan, voted most valuable player by the New England Patriots, and kickboxing champion Anthony F. Elmore. Plus, Budweiser's Dog of the Century, Spud McKenzie, and the national champion monster truck, the Crimson Crusher, with surprise mystery stars all day long. You'll have to see to believe. The stars fly into Memphis via American Airlines. American, the official airline of the Parade of Stars, and accommodations for the stars provided by Wilson World Hotel. Sunday, May 31st, Mid-South Coliseum from noon till 6. Ticket prices $6 adults and $3 children under 12, with proceeds going to benefit Special Olympics. The Parade of Stars, you've got to be there.
Boy, what a fantastic concept. And all those folks going to be here in that one place, huh?
That's going to be quite an event. That's one you don't want to miss.
I guarantee you that. May 31st to Sunday, Memphis, Tennessee, coming in right now. Well, Give them a say right here. Downtown Bruno, Paul Diamond, and Pat Tanaka.
Exactly, prime time. Let me tell you, Dave Brown, everybody wants to be big time. Everybody wants to be a big star, And I tell you the truth, we really don't care about Tony Dorsett, and he came from Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. Don't forget that. We don't care about Terry Bradshaw. He came from Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't care about Kelly Cash. She came from not Pittsburgh, but she don't mean nothing anyhow. This is the big stars. This is what the people want to see. Why don't you talk about us? Why don't you talk about downtown Bruno in the prime time? Why ain't you talking about us? This is the big stars. These are the superstars around here. Don't you understand that, Dave Brown?
I understand you feel that way, that they're the big superstars around
we
here.
We are the big superstars. These are the three biggest superstars in professional wrestling. The last 2 weeks have been about the most miserable 2 weeks of my life, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get into that right now, but now I'm finally happy about something. Because now, prime time, all the superstars are getting together, and everybody's going to come and see the prime time. Am I right or wrong, guys?
Hey, well, let me tell you something. They left out the most three important stars on that card over there. Pat Tanaka, Downtown Bruno, and Paul Diamond.
Yeah, baby.
I understand that you guys are going to be there, Paul.
Yes, we definitely are. The true stars, you know what I mean? We're the international stars. I mean, what's Tony Dorsett done or Terry Bradshaw? In fact, Kelly Cash, we got a call the other day. She wanted to go out with us. We don't have time for her.
They're going to be there, but Paul is going to be in the dunk tank.
What do you mean a dunk tank?
A dunk tank.
What do you mean a dunk tank?
Let me tell you something, Dave Brown. The stars of our magnitude would not wind up in a dunk tank. And even if we did, nobody would dare dunk us because they know they get their butt kicked.
Exactly. They don't know what they're doing, Dave Brown. They don't have no idea what they're doing. Put us in a dunk tank. First of all, I think that's just something coming from your twisted imagination there, you know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something. We're going to be there and we're going to be signing some autographs, you know what I mean? Because nobody wants none of these other autographs. They want our autographs.
Yeah. Speaking about autographs, Dave Brown, I know it's your pleasure to interview us here every week. I know we make your day. I know these
pleasure is not the word.
Come here to be next to the stars.
Exactly.
To us.
Shining bright, baby.
Now, we've decided to make these people's day today. See, we've got some autographs already prepared, and we're going to have an autograph session. In fact, I would like to give you one here, and
thanks,
Mr.
Paul.
St. John here,
and
please have one and save it for Lance when he comes back. And
Yeah,
you people, I know everybody wants autographs. Don't just sit down, just sit there. We'll get to you.
Yeah.
All right?
Single foul line.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's give him one. Let's do it.
Michael, it's incredible, huh? There they go. They're going to pass out autographs, which they have already signed. Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond, Downtown Bruno to the crowd over here as they head for the ring. I don't think everyone is too thrilled about getting the autographs of that bunch right there. Anyway, they step up to the ring apron, and Michael, we're about set to go with championship wrestling action here.
Our opening match will be one fall with a 15-minute time limit, introducing the International Tag Team Champions. In action, first their opponents from Memphis, Tennessee at 235 pounds, David Haskins, and his partner out of Memphis at 204 pounds is Ed Mattox. And introducing the International Tag Team Champions at a total weight of 454 pounds, from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Paul Diamond, and his partner from Hawaii, Pat Tanaka. And of course, they are managed by Downtown Bruno.
Downtown Bruno, ever present in the corner over there of Diamond and Tanaka. This is a non-title match, but the belts are Bruno here.
Let me tell you something. It wouldn't matter if it was a non-title match. It wouldn't matter if it was a title match. There's no way my International Tag Team Champions are ever going to get beat. Not on TV, not in the arenas, not in the streets, not in the alleys, not nowhere, baby. Not nowhere. What we're talking about right here is a couple of jabronis, okay? What we're talking about here is a guy named Ed Mattox, a guy named David Haskins. What we got here is a guy that got lucky. What we got here is Pat Tanaka gave him a break, and the kid took advantage of it and pulled his hair and took him down. Let me tell you something, Dave Brown. It ain't going to happen again. Here's a guy walking around with a picture or something on his chest. I mean, come on, we don't need pictures on our chest. You know what I mean? People look at us. They say that's prime time. We don't got to add nothing at no time. I want to tell you something else, Dave Brown. You got a lot of punks running around here. Guys like Jeff Jarrett, guys like Billy Travis, Bill Dundee, Jerry Lawler. You know, the list goes on and on. The guys that think they're somebody. Guys that think they're special. Guys that think they can make a tag team just because they put two people together and they sign for a match and they slap each other on the hand and they go in and out of the ring. Well, that ain't a tag team. That's two separate individual wrestlers trying to get together. What we got here is prime time. They go together like Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, Scotch and Soda. together, a freaking frack, you know what I mean? These guys cannot be separated, you know what I'm saying? Can you separate roast beef and mashed potatoes? No, you can't. You can't separate Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka, because that's prime time in all its glory. And not only the toughest tag team in professional wrestling, we're talking about the strongest tag team in professional wrestling, the most talented tag team in professional wrestling, the most stylish tag team in professional wrestling, and the best looking tag team in professional wrestling. You know, we go out there week after week, defending these titles, beating opponent after opponent. You know what, Dave Brown, I want to tell you something. It's getting a little bit boring because there's nobody that can defeat us, nobody at all. In fact, we're sick of signing for it. Maybe we're going to start signing up matches against anybody that plays football, that boxes, that wrestles, whatever. You know, when it comes down to it, we're going to have to go around beating up on each other. There's nobody else to beat up on. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, pinning them with 1 foot. It's like Bubba says, it beats that way sometimes. Prime time, all its glory. Oh, yeah. And I'll save you the trouble. I'll make the announcement. The winner of this match is still International Tag Team Champions. Prime time. Oh, yeah. Can you do it like that, Dave Bryan? I don't think so.
Downtown Bruno. You heard from the opening bell all the way through the whole thing. That's who you were listening to. 1:58 seconds is the time on it. Diamond, Tanaka, and Bruno pick up the belts, tuck them under their arm, and head out of the wrestling area. Michael, we'll be back with more Championship Wrestling in just a moment.
I'm Michael St. John from Championship Wrestling. A big card of action Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. Opening match, Allen West takes on Mr. Shima. The Southern Boys take on Moondogs Spot and Tony Burton. A battle of the managers. Tojo Yamamoto against Downtown Bruno. Mid-America title match, Jeff Jarrett against Mr. Hilo. An international tag title match in the cage. Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka, the titles on the line with Downtown Bruno, take on Mark Starr and Billy Travis. A main event, a Southern Tag Team title match. The Golden Boy, Chick Donovan and Stretcher Jack Hart take on Superstar Bill Dundee and Rocky.
Give me that microphone. You know, people be thinking we might be a little bit worried about the steel cage match. Well, the only thing that worries us is Billy Travis and Mark Starr are so skinny that they might sneak out through little holes in a cyclone fence and run back home to their mothers. That's the only thing we're worried about. Am I right or wrong, guys?
Hey,
prime time, baby.
You know, lately our matches have turned into like a track meet. I thought they were track stars and not wrestlers. Well, boys, it's time to get the jogging shoes off and put the wrestling boots back on. We'll be locked inside a 12-foot steel cage, boys. Get ready to feel some pain right there in Evansville, Indiana.
Prime time, baby.
Evansville Coliseum, also the site of the Southern Tag Team title match. Stretcher Jack Hart and the Golden Boy Chick Donovan.
The legend has returned! Bill Superstar Dundee and pharmaceutical buddy Rocky Johnson. You see, Dundee, you're a legend, and I congratulate you for your years of success. I also congratulated Jerry Lawler. He's gone. We congratulated Soul Train Jones. He's gone. Bill Dundee, you want to be gone? Mess with Chick Donovan. Mess with the Stretcher. Tell him, Stretch.
You know, the doctor stretches in, and you side jabronis are out for good.
That's action at the Evansville Coliseum. Paul Dangerly with Chick Donovan and Jack Hart going for the title against Rocky Johnson and Superstar Bill Dundee.
Goodbye, Dundee.
Catch all the action Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum.
You know, coming into the to the territory here, some folks that I think wrestling fans are familiar with, Michael St. John. It's been a while since we've seen them, but one of the strangest and most rugged tag teams ever around. Talking about the Moondogs.
Quite unpredictable too today. You never know what they're up to.
Absolutely. And the big bone they have hanging in the corner and all that, you always got to watch that. Here's more right now on the Moondogs.
Shining on the swampland, the wilds of Louisiana. The silence is shattered by the howling of a creature both beast and man. He's got long shaggy hair and carries a bone and got great big fire-red eyes. You better watch out for the Moondogs or you'll meet your naked eye. Hello, the Moondogs are howling, the Moondogs are howling, the Moondogs are vicious and mean. Tonight the Moondogs are looking for trouble, and you can hear it in their screams. So stay out of the swamps, 'cause the full moon is shining. shining big and bright. And you might run into a moondog and meet your man. Now when the moondogs walk in swampland, they use bones till at night. And you can tell they're the devil's children by the madness in their eyes. And they'll scare the life out of you with their howls that turn your blood to ice. You better watch out for the moondog till you meet your maker. And all the moondogs are having the moondogs are grabbing the moondogs are vicious and mean. Tonight the moondogs are looking for trouble, and you can hear it in their screams. So stay out of the swamps, 'cause the full moon is shining big and bright. And you might run into a moondog and meet your maker. And all you might run into a moondog and meet your maker.
Jeff Jarrett making his way up to the ring right now for this next match. Michael?
This match will be one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, now wrestling out of Nashville, Tennessee, 247 pounds, the former Ninja, Tony Burton, accompanied at ringside by Tojo Yamamoto. And his opponent today, at 200 pounds out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, would you welcome, please, Jeff Jarrett. Here is Jerry Calhoun, one fall, 15 minutes, Dave.
Should be a good one here. Jeff Jarrett, of course, has come a long way in a short time. Can't recall a young wrestler who has come further in a shorter period of time than Jeff Jarrett has, with a great family tradition of wrestling that he has, going against a guy who's considerably bigger than he is, in Tony Burton.
I tell you, Dave, when you've got the genetic background and you combine speed and talent and strength, which Jeff has done over the past few years since he's been in the business, he has come on so quickly. He's an outstanding professional.
He is a terrific athlete. You will see some fine moves from Jeff Jarrett in the wrestling ring. Wrist lock up top. Tony Burton trying to force out of it. Not able to do it. Jeff hanging on. Hair pulling. Burton yanks Jeff down to the mat, reverses that top wrist lock on him that way. That's one way to do it, I guess.
Tojo Yamamoto in the corner of Tony Burton. Of course, Tojo brought Tony into the area as the Ninja and has remained his mentor the entire time. And Tojo's really shouting instructions at this point to Tony.
Tojo there with that kendo stick. What else you got to watch out for? Jeff Jarrett, nice shoulder bump, follows with another one. Tony Burton lets him go by this time. Sets. Jeff leaps over. Sets. Takes him down to the mat.
Nice arm drag takedown that time by Jeff. Just waiting for the opportune moment and brought him down.
Athletic ability. That's all that is right there. Jeff Jarrett, keeping your wits about you is something that I guess you could say. He knew where he was in the ring. He set. As Burton was waiting for him, he just leaped over, and with that arm drag, took him right to the mat. Hey, there's hair pulling again. Burton a couple of times already has violated that rule where he yanks Jeff's hair. And so far, that's been about the only way he's been able to get him on the mat.
I'll tell you, when you've got somebody like Tojo Yamamoto at ringside, walking around, pacing up and down at the ring, it's got to distract a wrestler like Jeff Jarrett in the ring. No matter how you try to put him out of your mind, it's got to be a distraction.
You're absolutely right. It's always in the back of your mind. Jeff steps over. Burton again sets. And Jeff unloads with a good clothesline forearm. Here's covered by Jeff. Count is one, but a one count is about all he gets there.
Jeff is giving up quite a weight advantage to Burton in the ring right now. Burton also quite a bit taller, and Jeff using his speed and the leverage to control the match at this point.
And so far he's used it well. Jeff has pretty well been in control, as you say. The only two instances that he hasn't been is when he had his hair yanked. Boy, look at that. I love to watch him move on those holds. Burton was trying to set up on a hold, and Jeff just reversed him right there.
The word fluid seems to apply to Jeff Jarrett. He's so smooth in the ring.
Back in the corner, dangerous place for Jeff to be. Burton using the fist now, warned about it by the referee, whips Jeff across the ring into the turnbuckle, but Jeff moves, and Burton hits nothing but the turnbuckle. Counts 1, but he can't get a 2 count. Burton, big strong guy, is able to kick out of it. Burton talking to Tojo. Tojo is yelling at Burton about something, and Burton says, well, he pulled my hair or something like that. He had an excuse. He rakes Jeff across the eyes.
Burton's starting to turn the tide of the match right now.
Upper arm. Down goes Jeff Jarrett. Cover. Count of 1, 2. Oh, I thought he had him there for a second. He got the 2 count on Jeff, but Jeff was able to kick out of it. Burton now with a chop. All right, know who taught him that? Tojo Yamamoto.
Threw it the same way, too, Dave.
Jeff off the ropes, runs into the upper arm of Tony Burton. Burton with a cover, 1. That's a 2 count. Jeff kicks out.
That was close.
Burton now trying the body slam. Been able to get a 2 count on Jeff a couple of times here, but has not been able to make it stick to 3. Tony Burton on the middle rope. Here he comes. Jeff moves. Jeff Jarrett not there. And Burton just hit the mat hard. There's a right fist by Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, he did have it doubled up. The referee warned him about it. He does it again, though. I guess he figures Burton's got it coming after what he did to him a couple of times. Jeff Jarrett reversed, whipped into the ropes. Sunset flip. Got his 1, 2, 3. Got him. 4 minutes, 35 seconds of time on it. And a good win for Jeff Jarrett over the former ninja, Tony Burton. Tojo's not happy. Look at Tojo in there. He's not happy. He's yelling at him.
He's giving him down the road.
Well, he sure is. Tojo with that kendo stick. Burton has just lost the match, and boy, Tojo is chewing him out right here in the middle of the ring on TV.
Tojo doesn't like to lose. We know that, and he's upset.
Well, I don't know what. I can't hear what he's saying to him, but you can see he's poking him with that kendo stick. Burton, not only did Burton get beat, now he has to Tojo just slapped him. Open-handed slap in the face, Tojo.
Tojo's wanting him to bow to him.
Yeah, well, Burton has bowed to him a couple of times, but Tojo just keeps on. All right, I see Burton saying, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, kendo stick across the forehead by Tojo. Burton now bowing. He's told him half dozen times he's sorry, but Tojo...
Dave, I don't think I've ever seen Tojo this mad with one of his
I don't either. It's incredible. So, of course, Tojo and Jeff Jarrett, there's bad blood going back there for a long way, and I guess Tojo is upset. That adds to his being upset a little bit about that. Tojo said he's embarrassed because he can't beat a kid like Jeff Jarrett, and he's still not happy as they leave here. We're going to leave here. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
On the card at the Evansville Coliseum Wednesday night. Let's run them over. In the first match, Alan West takes on Mr. Shima. The Southern Boys, a new tag team to the area, takes on Moondog Spot and Tony Burton. A battle of the managers as Tojo Yamamoto meets Downtown Bruno. A Mid-America title match. Jeff Jarrett takes on Mr. Hilo. Then an international tag team title match. In the cage, Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka with Downtown Bruno battling Mark Starr and Billy Travis. And the main event is for the Southern Tag Team Championship. The Golden Boy, Chick Donovan, and Stretcher Jack Hart, with their new manager, Paul E. Dangerly, battle the Superstar Bill Dundee and the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. 6 big matches in all, including that cage match and that big title match for the main event. All that action coming to the Evansville Coliseum Wednesday night. Again, the international title match in the cage. Diamond and Tanaka with Bruno against Starr and Travis. Chick Donovan and Jack Hart against Dundee and Johnson. Catch all the action at ringside, Evansville Wednesday. Wednesday night.
More championship wrestling action coming up right now. As in the ring, a couple of guys who are going to be facing a couple of very rugged wrestlers. And there they are right there. For the official introductions for this match, here's Michael St. John.
Thank you, Dave. This match won fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introduced near corner, 206 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Erich, and his partner from parts unknown at 279 pounds, the Thunderbird. Their opponents in the opposite corner, weighing 214 pounds from Australia, superstar Bill Dundee. And his partner from Washington, D.C., 275-pound Rocky the Soul Man Johnson. Your referee is Jerry Calhoun. Dave?
All right. Looks like Rocky Johnson's going to be starting against Keith Erich in this one, the Soul Man, with a big size advantage. Soul Man, Lance and I, Michael, have talked in the last few weeks about the Soul Man. He was in some powerlifting competitions over on the continent of Africa and put on a lot of weight. He's been trying to drop some of that weight, and he's down around 275 pounds. That is about ideal. Somewhere between 265, 275 is where he would like to be in prime wrestling weight. He is one tough son of a gun, let me tell you.
I'll tell you, when you have a combination of someone with the strength and agility of a Rocky Johnson, and you team him up with a dynamo like superstar Bill Dundee, what a great combination for a tag team.
You're right. Dundee, I don't think Dundee has ever walked in a ring where he considered himself the underdog. I think he's always felt in his own mind that he could go in and beat anybody, no matter how big, how tough they were.
One of Bill's favorite sayings is, it's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog. And look at this.
Yeah, a little Fargo strut there from Bill Dundee. He pretty well did dominate Keith Erich. Erich over to the corner, makes a tag on the biggest of the team members on that side of the ring. Under the mask, it's the Thunderbird.
Look at this.
Rocky just slipped that side headlock with no trouble at all. Word of encouragement from the superstar down the ring apron.
These two men are about equal in weight, Dave, but Rocky's got a little height advantage and, of course, a lot of experience advantage over the Thunderbird.
Look at that. Talk about the strength and agility. Boy, Keith Erich looked over here as if to say, what is this that we have been booked against? Well, that's the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson, and that is why Rocky wanted to lose some of that excess weight, because the more weight you have, generally, the less agile you are. So he wants to be right in his prime, and he's close to it, as he just proved right there.
He's definitely got the speed that he has always had, Dave. He may be carrying a few more pounds, but that speed is absolutely there. Got tired of being pounded back on the rope, so he came out really pummeling the Thunderbird. Read the tag. Dundee splashes him. Count is 1, 2, and it's over. 2 minutes, 28 seconds of action and a victory for Bill Superstar Dundee and the Soul Man Rocky Johnson. They look good doing it, too. And Dundee went airborne, Dave. I don't think there was any doubt about it.
Absolutely. When he came flying over there it is, a high five from the Superstar and the Soul Man in the victory column again. Again, the time, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. You know, Michael, I'm sure you and I know Lance and I, one of the most asked questions, if not the most asked question about wrestling is from youngsters and college-age folks wanting to know, how can I get involved in professional wrestling? I want to be a wrestler. How do we do it? Well, take a very close listen right here. And you might keep a pencil and paper handy and write down an address that's going to be coming up. And here is some information right now that you're going to be very interested in.
Hello, I'm Michael St. John. And if you would like to be trained to become a professional wrestler and are 18 years or older, then send your name, address, and phone number, along with your height and weight, to Wrestling School, 126 Waltons Ferry Road, Suite F1, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37075. That's Wrestling School, 126 Waltons Ferry Road, Suite F1, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37075. All applications will be sent by return mail. And in the ring, coming in right now
with one of the Southern Tag Team belts around his waist, and Paulie Dangerly in his corner, stretcher Jack Hart. Well, official introductions, Michael St. John.
Thank you, Dave. This match won fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing far corner, 203 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson, and his opponent, one half of the Southern Tag Team champions. From St. Petersburg, Florida, 227 pounds, stretcher Jack Hart, accompanied at ringside by Paul E. Dangerly. The referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Stretcher Jack Hart. Boy, this guy has come in here and has been something else. Not always pleasant either. Matter of fact, most of the time not pleasant. Look at him as he jumps David Johnson right there. A vicious, vicious wrestler.
This is one tough customer, and when you add the tutelage of Paul Dangerly in the corner, he looks like an escapee out of the Ramesses exhibit. But you add him in the corner with a guy like Stretcher Jack Hart, and this guy is just he's maniacal in the ring.
Isn't that what professional wrestling is all about, huh? Tell him, David.
The words.
You're the expert. You should tell him that is what professional wrestling's all about. From the amateurs right up to the Olympics and right into wrestling. Go ahead, talk. Tell him.
Thank you, Paul. He has, I hate to admit it, but he has a point. Professional wrestling is all about winning, but I would also say professional wrestling, we like to see the rules followed, and Dangerly and Stretcher Jack Hart liberally bend those rules at every opportunity.
Bend, break, and demolish those rules, Dave. I'll tell you one thing. This Jack Hart, though, he stays right on top of his man at all times. He and Chick Donovan have formed a very formidable team, rough, tough team. They've won the Southern Tag belts, and they're just running roughshod over the entire area.
And you're just seeing an example right there as he grabs this young David Johnson.
I bet you can't wait to see the film either. You thought that Lord thing was good. Wait till you see this.
What's he talking about?
I was just going to ask the same thing. I'm not exactly sure what Paulie Dangerly is talking about. Maybe he means the films and tapes of the match that's in progress right now, as he feels that his man, Stretcher Jack Hart, is firmly in control. I'd have to agree with that.
Beautiful belly-to-back suplex right there on Johnson.
Oh, look out. 1, 2, and 3.
He got him.
Boy, I tell you, Stretcher Jack just totally dominating young David Johnson. David being helped now by referee Jerry Calhoun as Stretcher Jack Hart really put the pressure on that leg. Paulie Dangerly.
You like getting your record book?
Yeah.
In the Mid-South area? That's right. You want to come down here?
Let's come down here, as a matter of fact. Undefeated in the Mid-South area is absolutely true.
That is right. And now, the new co-holder of the Southern Heavyweight Tag Team Championship with Chick Donovan, who's at the beach today. And Jack, congratulations. It was a great victory. I loved it.
Thank you to the greatest wrestling manager in the world, right there. A good-looking man, even though somebody messed up his face. You know, I want to thank you for flying me down to St. Pete.
Oh, no.
Look at this tan. Is this a tan or what? Is this a tan? I want everybody out there. I don't care if you're a rock farmer, a redneck, a skull chewer. Listen up and listen good. Especially you jabronis like Jeff Jarrett, Lawler. I'm here to stay. And I'm going to be the king of the Mid-South area, Daddy-O.
While you're celebrating, let's take a little review. Let's show the tape. Let's take a look at what happened here last week and at the Memphis Mid-South Coliseum in that Southern Tag Team match. Take a look.
Hey, come on now. Don't Hey, listen. Who do you think you're talking? You ain't talking to me. Oh, get this guy out of here. Get off. Will you get these guys out of here? Come on, get out of here. Who are you, kitty kid? You got no more business in here doing it. I'll tell you what. Wait for any more stuff like that.
Who are you? Who are you? Eddie Marlin. You don't look like Eddie Marlin.
In charge of the
You don't look like Eddie Marlin.
You to get out of here right now. Doc will put your hand on that. And you guys get out of here right now. Are you still somewhere? Are you still going nowhere, brother? What are you doing? I'm telling you, Eddie Marlin's not here. You're not going to put your hands on him.
Are you supposed to be a messenger boy or something?
You can call me what you want to call me. But I'm telling you to get out of here right now. How'd you do? Come on.
hadn't even sounded when Golden Boy Chick Donovan, look at Jack Hart. Oh, he's got a loaded sock. He's already Derek Soul Train down on the floor. He nails Rocky Johnson as he comes flying up into the ring. And look at Dangerly throwing it all powder all over Rocky Johnson. Soul Train down on the floor, a pile driver from Chick Donovan. And look at Rocky, Jack Hart holding Rocky after they had both been hammered with that kind of Hart going for a pile driver. And Hart, a pile driver down on the concrete. That could very well be the end of it. Soul Train. Oh, look at this. Rocky catching Dangerly, slams the head of Hart and Donovan together, but the train is still on the floor, having been pile driven on the floor by Jack Hart. Headbutts, and where's my partner? Rocky through the ropes. Picking Soul Train up. But boy, Train, he needs a tag. He doesn't need to get back in the ring for competition. Jack Hart goes again, this time a reverse neck breaker. Having just jammed the neck, this could be it, too. It's it. We have an upset. New winners of the Southern Tag Belts in 1446. The new champs, Jack Hart, Chick Donovan.
Well, you saw it, Jarrett. Beautiful. Was that not beautiful? Jack!
Jack Hart, last week you asked for Eddie Marlin. You asked to give Eddie Marlin a message. He's here today, and he has a message for you. Oh, Mr. Stooge brought his daddy. Oh, he's not. What do you want, old man? Hey, you've been a hassle already.
I don't care what you call me, but let me tell you something.
Yeah, what do you want?
After I seen and heard what happened on TV last week,
yeah,
my first thought was to fire you and fire you on the spot.
Oh, you're not going to fire me. Where's my title? Where's the title? We're the Southern Tag Team Champions.
That's the only thing that saved your job is having the Southern Tag Team belts, and I don't want them to leave this area. But let me tell you something, big boy. I'm going to fine you. I'm going to fine Chick Donovan $3,000 apiece, and you will pay the fine.
Wait a minute. I'm not paying no $3,000 to nobody. I don't owe nobody nothing. We got the belts, and that's it. I don't have to pay you nothing, man.
You may not pay.
Shut up, man.
You are fining him $3 grand.
I'm the one that's going to fine.
You're the one.
I'm fining. Let me tell you something. You don't have to pay me your $3,000. You was in a championship match. I have in excess of $3,000.
Talking a lot of garbage.
You better listen.
Say you can't back up, man.
Well, you better listen.
You shut up or else what?
I got in excess of $3,000 that's owing to you, and it's owing to
I'm not owing nothing, man.
And the $3,000 will be deducted, so the fine will be paid, and that's all it is.
You want to play hardball? You want to play hardball? Give him hardball! Come
on, Hagen, we'll get some help out here. Come on. Hart Dangerly. Dangerly's got that thing wrapped around Randy's throat. Hey, Jeff, come on, help. Jeff Dundee, Rocky Johnson. There goes Dangerly out of here. All right, Dundee and Rocky. Yeah, a little payback for Stretcher Jack up there in the ring. Over the top. Here he comes out of here. Yeah, there he goes. He can beat up on Eddie and then Randy here, but Rocky and Dundee, different story as they run him out of here. Yeah, let's give him a hand. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Wednesday night wrestling action, the Evansville Coliseum. 6 big matches, including a battle of the managers, Tojo against Downtown Bruno. Mid-America title match, Jeff Jarrett against Mr. Hilo. International tag title in the cage, Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka against Downtown Bruno, or with Downtown Bruno against Mark Starr and Billy Travis. And the main event for the Southern Tag Team title, the Golden Boy Chick Donovan and Stretcher Jack Hart against Rocky Johnson and Superstar Bill Dundee. The international title at stake in the cage, Billy.
Well, last week in Evansville, Bruno sent all the goofs in and cost us the titles. Well, this week it's in a steel cage. Well, guys, let me tell you something. It's not going to happen this week because we're going to win those titles and we're going to bust some heads right there in Evansville, and I can't wait.
Diamond and Tanaka in the cage for the title, Mark.
Billy said it all. Nobody can get in and nobody can get out. Gear up, boys. Them belts are coming home where they belong to us.
Main event for the Southern Tag Team Championship, Rocky and Bill.
That's all right. Let me just say this, brother. It's like old times again. The Soul Man and the Superstars back together one more time after the Southern Tag Team Championships. Well, Bill, you know we were champions before, and we had all these good people behind us, brother. And I know with you on my side, we can get out there and do it again. Now, we're a little bit older. But we like wine. We're a little bit better with age, and we're a little bit stronger, and we want that title.
That's right, Daddy, and the Golden Boy, Chick Donovan, and Stretcher Jack Hart. Well, the only stretcher you're going to see, my friend, is the one that they bring ringside and put you on it and cart you back. Now, Donovan, the only nice thing that they told me about you is, Jack, you got a dog that talks, but the only bad thing is, Daddy, he only talks to you. You get what I mean, folks? I don't think that boy's dealing with a full deck. His elevator don't go all the way to the top. Well, let me tell you something, Donovan and Stretcher Jack Hart, and that little idiot you call he used to be a photographer, now he's in the wrestling business. That irks me, Daddy, because it took me a long time to get in. I didn't have no rich daddy that bought me in like you do, punk. First he buys your wrestling magazine company, then you get in the wrestling business. Well, the Soul Man, the Superstar's putting you out, and we taking the belts off them two groups. We see you in Evansville.
Michael, again, very excited about this Parade of Stars, which is coming up, which you're going to fill us in on completely here in just a moment. But never before, I've never heard of anything like this. Coming up May 31st in Memphis, Tennessee, stars not only from sports, but also from popular music, from rock and roll, from country music, from other television, other entertainment fields. Take a look at it. The Parade of Stars coming up soon.
Sunday, May 31st, the big names fly into Memphis for the Parade of Stars in the Mid-South Coliseum. From noon till 6, come on down, bring your cameras, your family, your autograph books, and meet the stars. Hee-Haw's own Grandpa Jones, Pittsburgh Steelers superstar Terry Bradshaw, Andrew Stevens from the movie Seduction and next season's star of Dallas, Miss America Kelly Cash, country music star Bobby Bear, James DePaiva, Max Holden from One Life to Live, Hee-Haw's own Misty Rowe and Nurse Goodbody Ganella Hutton, Dallas Cowboys sensation Tony Dorsett, Jimmy Jamison, lead singer in Survivor, FM 100's morning team of Ron Olson and David Page, Rufus Thomas, George Klein, Jack Eaton, John Grisanti, the Memphis Storm soccer team, the Memphis Chicks including George Lapidus, the Chicklets, and the Mascot. And there's more. Cartoon superheroes, the Transformers, Teddy Ruxpin, the Care Bears, Care Bear Cousins, Animal Crackers, Strawberry Shortcake, R2-D2 and Darth Vader, the Pound Puppies, Spider-Man, and the Incredible Hulk. Max Headroom will make special digital appearances all day long. The King of Wrestling, Jerry Lawler, Superstar Bill Dundee, Rocky Soul Man Johnson, Jeff Jarrett, and a bad guy wrestler Dunk Tank. That's still not all. Race car driving legend Hooker Hood, MSU Pom-Pom Girls, Mike Paxton of the Boston Red Sox, John Kessinger of the Chicago Cubs, pitcher Charlie Lee of the Montreal Expos, Stanley Morgan, voted most valuable player by the New England Patriots, and kickboxing champion Anthony F. Elmore. Plus, Budweiser's Dog of the Century, Spud McKenzie, and the national champion monster truck, the Crimson Crusher, with surprise mystery stars all day long. You'll have to see to believe. The stars fly into Memphis via American Airlines. American, the official airline of the Parade of Stars, and accommodations for the stars provided by Wilson World Hotel. Sunday, May 31st, Mid-South Coliseum from noon till 6. Ticket prices $6 adults and $3 children under 12, with proceeds going to benefit Special Olympics. The Parade of Stars, you've got to be there.
About ready to go in the ring right now. Bubba and Goliath, the big guys coming in here, led by Downtown Bruno. Boy, you talk about size. It's close to 1,000 pounds on that side, but here come their opponents with the introductions, Michael.
This match will be one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing in the near corner, total weight of 821 pounds from Miami is Big Bubba, and his partner from Pittsburgh, the mighty Goliath. They're accompanied at ringside by Downtown Bruno. And their opponents for this match, from Lexington, Kentucky at 230 pounds, Billy Travis, and his partner from Tampa, Florida at 225 pounds, Mark Starr. Your referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Waiting for a signal from the referee, and here we go. Let's see.
Every time I look up at the ring, I see Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. My downtown connection, my 2 tons of fun, my twisted steel and sex appeal. I look up there, and what I see champions. I see Southern Tag Team champions. I see AWA Southern Tag Team champions. See, everybody else sees the same thing, except before they say AWA Southern Tag Team champions, they always seem to say former, okay? I don't like the word former. There's a lot of former up in that ring there if you want to go by that. But say, you got Big Bubba, former Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. If you want to say former once again. You got former Big Bubba, former International Heavyweight Champion. You got the Mighty Goliath, former World Super Heavyweight Champion, see? But I don't like the word former, like I said. I was just using it for the sake of argument.
I think former is a very important word there, Bruno.
Dave Brown, I'll tell you what, if I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you, okay? So just be quiet and let me talk. Now, I don't want to call them former Mid-America Champion, former International Champion, former World Super Heavyweight Champion, former AWA Southern Tag Team Champion. You know what I want to say? I want to say past and future. At the present, at this period of time, we're in the tunnel, see? But when you're in that tunnel, see, you don't just look around to your left and to your right, and behind you see the dark. You look forward, and you see, even if it's just a pinpoint of light, you see that light, and you let that light be your guiding light, see? And you follow it, and you let it guide you, and it will take you all the way back up to the top, see? Because I had me a Crystal Palace, you understand? I built me a Crystal Palace. And in that Crystal Palace was Bubba, was Goliath, was Boy Tony. Well, Boy Tony's no longer with us. But now, not only do I have Bubba and Goliath, but I also have Prime Time, Tanaka Paul Diamond. So where one went, 2 came in and took his place. And that's just as good as that. You know what I'm saying? And right here we got 2 jabronis, 2 goofballs, Billy Travis and Mark Starr. The only stars on Mark Starr's life are the ones he sees when Bubba and Goliath pine to live in car out of him. As far as Travis, this little skinny goofball got no more right being in a professional wrestling ring. Maybe Gary Coleman or something like that, you know what I mean? Look at him getting beat up. The guy's so skinny, and he got that white hair sticking out. It's all Clorox anyway, right? You know that white hair sticking out. It looks like a Q-tip walking around. And come on, the only way he can take any kind of advantage in a wrestling match is use his fist and pulling hair and pulling tights, using all them illegal tactics. That's what he's doing, illegal tactics like that there, you know. See, everybody thinks he just got an elbow there, see? But what he does, he takes a pencil sharpener and sharpens up his elbow, see? Then he pokes it into Goliath's eye and Bubba's eye. And right here, he pulled him down by the tights. You see that? That's illegal. That's against the rules. That's against the law. He had to go to jail. He had to be arrested. He had to be put behind bars. You shouldn't be able to use tactics like that in a square circle. And this guy coming off the top rope, come on. That's only rotten. That's only against the rules.
That's legal now. You can come off the top rope. That rule was changed some time ago, Bruno. That was absolutely legal.
Say something, Dave Brown. It's funny. You say the rule was changed. It was only changed for Mark Starr and Billy Travis and Jeff Jarrett and Waller and Dundee and Johnson and Soul Train and on and on and on. It wasn't changed for the downtown connection because we can't get away with nothing, and they get away with bloody, screaming murder in the ring. And we'll get him with the fist. And the referee's standing around like a goofball. He's not doing nothing. Oh, way to go. Way to go, Bruno. Yeah.
Illegal as Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond hit the ring. Bruno, Goliath, and Bubba are not enough. You got to get through there. Hey, here comes some hooks for Travis and Starr, and that comes closer to evening it up. And what about Diamond and Tanaka and Bruno and Goliath and Bubba? They're out of here. That's it. They get out of here quickly. All right, tell you what.
That was totally uncalled for.
Well, certainly. Bruno's over here talking about his former and future champions and how they're totally in control. They just lost that match thanks to the interference of Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. Mark Starr, Billy Travis get their hands raised with a little help from some of their friends there. As you see Jeff Jarrett and Rocky Johnson in the ring helping them out right now. We're going to take time out, check our time, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. There's always, I'm sure, wrestling fans pulling for the underdog a little bit, and I guess you'd have to consider Travis and Mark Starr the underdog in that final match because they were giving away so much size. But in a way, they're not underdogs either because they are astute wrestlers, and Mark Starr, of course, a former champion, Billy Travis, a former champion. It ends up they get the victory, but I'm sure not exactly the way they wanted.
I think you're right, Dave. Other action today, you saw Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka take a victory in our opening match. Jeff Jarrett defeated Tony Burton and took quite a tongue-lashing Tony did from Tojo after that. Superstar Bill Dundee and Rocky Johnson victorious in their match. Stretcher Jack Hart took a single victory, and of course in that main event, the disqualification, outside interference from all of downtown Bruno's folks.
Yeah, when you see Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond and not all of them come rolling in, you know it's over. Disqualification occurred, and Travis and Starr get the victory. Michael St. John, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And Lance Russell will be back with us next week. Until next week, Dave Brown, so long, everybody.